All right, morning everybody. Welcome to another round of coffee questions. What's today's topic? Let's talk about Pittsburgh Harbor Freight's hammers, in particular the sledgehammers. You know, the big steel heads, you got 2, 3, 4 pound and so forth. And the problems that some people have with them and maybe what you can do to fix it. So I own a few of them. Not all of them are Harbor Freight, some of them are. Here's one of them, it's a Harbor Freight one. This one I believe came from out at Harbor Freight. This one I've had for quite a while, and I got one of their ball peen hammers, and this is a Pittsburgh. And you can see here on the top, it's a little bit loose, okay, so I'll show you how to fix that in a second. But I have a variety of them, you know, from out there, and the biggest complaint with these, sometimes they say, well, the wood splits on it, you know, real easy. Okay, I don't know if you're hitting it on the wood or if it's, you know, normal use and the wood itself is breaking. And the majority of people in the complaints say it's loose. You can feel a lot of slop in it between the top of the handle and, you know, where it comes in contact with the metal. So when you read through the ratings, you got all these people that gave it 1 and 2 star reviews because of that movement in the handle. And, you know, look, it can be dangerous. You go to swing it, it flies off, it hits somebody, breaks, does something, you know, and damages. So they criticized it, you know, for that reason. And I get that and I understand that. But before you bought it, I think you know whether or not the handle is loose inside of that hammerhead. So you should probably pick up and play around with several of them until you feel that you got one that's real tight fitting. So one of the things is, well, why is it like that? Well, it's probably, I'm going to take a guess, it's probably unseasoned wood, like unseasoned oak, something like that. And then as it finishes its drying process as wood, it loosens up. Other complaints where the handle is like way too short and they wanted it longer. But again, that's something that you knew before you bought it. Now, I have a friend, he hits up all these garage sales, estate sales, and stuff like that. When he sees all these old hammers of different manufacturers and stuff, he buys them for like $1 or $2 or whatever it is. And I said, well, what are you going to do with all those hammers? And so a lot of times, he takes the wedges out of them and then reuses the handle in other broken sledgehammers, hammers, and so forth. And I was like, okay, well, I suppose it's a good idea if you do that. Now, there's another way around this, okay? And I read about this, share it with you. That if you take, let's say, well, it doesn't matter whether it's the ball peen hammer or the sledgehammer. I use the ball peen. Now, this one's a little loose. Not bad, but it's a little loose. And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to show you an Amazon ad for wedges. Okay, now the Pittsburgh and the Harbor Freight hammers and stuff, they use kind of like, let's say, a round spacer that's driven into there. It works okay, but you still get that kind of slop in that movement. If you take and sand the top of this, because it sticks up past the metal, so if you sand down the top of this real good, or you use an angle grinder with a flat disc, and you take this down, then turn around and saturate the heck out of this thing with oil. Just keep putting oil on there and let it keep absorbing in. The oil will expand and make it tighter, but by using the wedges, you should have some in your toolbox anyway, honestly, but you can get them on discount, I think, right now at Amazon. If you're a Prime memberships for free, you know, all that good stuff. And take a look. Again, look at I'll leave it in the link below, but take a look on there. And some people say, well, I'll just use a nail, or I'll use something. Well, you can, I suppose, but I don't do it that way. I use the wedges. After I saturated this real well in oil for maybe a day or two, I know it's a pain, and you drive that wedge in there, this thing will be rock hard tight. And I've done that on both of the Pittsburgh ones that I've gotten from out at Harbor Freight. Now, you know, the thing is, should you have to do that? No, you shouldn't. But to me, it's kind of an easy fix if you feel that you already have it and you're stuck with it. Or you can stop at Home Depot or Lowe's or your hardware store and you pick up maybe just a couple of the wedges. I bought them in a package because I use them, for other things, and they're in the toolbox. So anyway, that's the way that I would approach this. And for me, these things work fine. But I'm an intermittent user. I'm not using them every day like in construction work and busting up concrete and stuff. But they work fine. That's an easy fix. That's kind of like all I've got for the video. I made it short, but I wanted to share that tip with you, like I said, in case you have them. I think it's an easy fix. Anyway, I'll leave it up to you. You can drop it in the comment below if you have a different experience with these. The last thing I'm going to say, I say this on all my videos, but I think some people, well, they're either flat stupid or they just didn't pay attention. I belong to 2 forums, and I belong to a club out here in the valley where we do show and tell on techniques and tools. And I'll get these comments once in a while, well, you don't own the tool. No, I don't always own the tool. But at the meetings when they demo these and I go through, the critiques, what they tell me is good and bad, I make notes, I put it together as content, I bring it to you. So no, I don't always own the tool, but it also stops me from buying a tool that's worthless or that I wish I wouldn't have bought. That's the reason why I enjoy the club with the show and tell on techniques and tools. So, like I said, I've got somebody that constantly follows me, and anytime I don't have the tool wants to say something negative. Real simple. Don't watch the video. Real easy. All right, folks. I appreciate you following me. I hope you click subscribe. If you got something to say about these hammers or another technique, drop it in the comment below for everybody. Otherwise, I'm going to see you on the next video. You folks have a great day. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.